Hello, we are here at BrightonSEO HeroConf with the fabulous AJ Wilcox.
I'm fabulous? Yes.
Of course you are. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, absolutely. Happy to.
And you had a fabulous talk yesterday. It's always a joy to see you. So let's talk about LinkedIn. What do you think you are most excited about in 2025 with LinkedIn ads?
Oh, I'm actually really excited because what came out in 2023 and has just been getting hotter and hotter are the thought leader ads on LinkedIn. So what we could do before was just basically promoting posts from companies. And when you see a company post, you just keep scrolling. Like if it's a company you've never heard of, you just keep scrolling. With thought leader ads, it's an individual. And we found that individuals are getting 5 to 30 times the level of engagement. And so I love using those as my first touch, my top of funnel, call my stage ones, interact with someone from the company, usually an internal thought leader, and then retarget those for, okay, now you've interacted with our founder. Now we're going to start showing you company page level content, and it's working amazingly.
Wow. I've heard so many good things about the thought leader ads. Like, I think we need to use them for marketing a clock, actually.
Oh, yeah. Because you have like 3 of you thought leaders.
Yeah, we're trying to grow our LinkedIn following as people like shift away from X. So it's the new strategy this year. Okay, so I feel like in Google ads, we're always like losing things, saying goodbye. Was there anything you lost recently on LinkedIn and ads that's like really sad, or is it's all good going into 2025?
We lost, I think it was last year, we lost lookalikes, but they immediately replaced it with predictive audiences. That it's essentially the same thing. It was just better.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sad to lose.
So you're saying predictive audiences are better?
Yeah, way better. In fact, I tend to hate anything that LinkedIn brings out that's AI, because I'm like, you got it wrong. Yeah. The predictive audiences, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're getting it right.
Is there anything that people need to keep in mind if they're like making that shift? Maybe they did well on lookalikes and now they're trying predictive for the first time, or is it just kind of a seamless jump?
I had one where I used a seed list from a client, and what we got back was really messy, and the predictive audiences didn't work well. So I went and analyzed the list, and it was like this crazy mix of like business owners and what I call the pain feelers, who are like actually in the product and all over. So I'd say as long as you start with a clean list, it's doing a really good job. So whatever you're doing, lookalike or predictive, start with a clean list and keep it tight. Like it has a slider bar like Meta does for their lookalikes.
Yeah.
The slider bar is this long, and I've never moved it more than like just a titch to still have like a tight audience.
Yeah.
So just be aware that just move it a little bit.
Good thing this isn't a podcast episode. It's a YouTube video, because people need to see how close your fingers were for that.
In case you're listening just on audio, my fingers are not far apart at all.
Okay, so my favorite part about your talks is how actionable they are. Like there's just so many like super useful tips. Can you give us 1 or 2 quick and dirty strategies to try?
Yeah, so my talk, I gave like the 5 pitfalls that every LinkedIn advertising account that I've ever audited has at least 2 of these wrong. The 2 biggest ones is like LinkedIn sets these as defaults, and you have to remember to uncheck them. There's LinkedIn audience expansion, always uncheck. There's no reason to have that. And then LinkedIn audience network is their like display network. The vast majority of the time, especially if you're running it without some sort of a block list, is awful traffic and so much like bots and spam traffic. So that's my recommendation. Watch for those 2 check boxes. Always uncheck them.
Awesome. And you have a lot of great resources for people looking to learn more about LinkedIn ads, right? Can you tell people about those?
Yeah. So if you're a listener to Marketing a Clock, you're probably going to also like the LinkedIn Ads Show podcast I'm the host of. Check that one out. Every episode's a deep dive into some obscure area of LinkedIn ads that you're going to need to know about.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much.